Hi, it's Cindy Morris. I'm going to talk to you today about how to increase prices without losing sales. This is a question I get asked all the time, so I'm just going to show you how to do it. I call this dollar sign math because my dad here at 84 years old now used to say growing up that he could do any math as long as you put dollar signs in front of it. So I know for a lot of business owners that doing math sometimes isn't always the most fun thing to do. So today we're going to make it easy and put dollar signs in front of it. So I just want to remind you about my 5-step profit formula: more leads, more conversions, more transactions, higher prices, and more profits. And of course, today we're going to be looking at higher prices. So the most important thing about increasing pricing is to make sure that you're demonstrating value. And when your product is more valuable than other people's, then you don't have to compete on price, and that allows you to increase your price. So the easiest way to increase your profitability is to raise your prices. A lot of businesses have never raised them, partly because they're afraid that they're going to lose customers. Now, the danger of that, of course, is that if you don't raise prices as you go on a regular basis, like annually, for example, then when it's really time to increase it, then your customers are going to be really mad because they just got a huge price increase. So most people can handle a little bit of a price increase. We all deal with that every day in our lives. So that's what we want to focus on, is small, regular price increase. So let's take a look at an example here. And we're just going to use nice round numbers because it's dollar sign math and that makes it easier. So if we sell something for $100 and we have a 30% margin, it means that we get to keep $30 of every sale and $70 goes toward the purchase of the item. So if we increase our prices to $110, just a 10% increase, then you get to keep the additional $10. So you have now $40 in profit, which is a 33% profit increase just by $10 in this example. So if you wanted to make $1,000 in profit at $100 each, you would need to sell 33 1/3 of your product, whether it's widgets or hours, 33 1/3. But if you increase your price by 10%, you only have to sell 25 because you're making $40, and $1,000 divided by 40 means that you have to sell 25 of them. It also means that you would have to lose 25% of your customers over this 10% increase, and you'd still be at break even. So that's not going to happen. You're probably going to lose some people, and hopefully those are the people that are already taking up a lot of your time or causing customer service problems. Your very best customers are probably not going to be one of those that leave in the just over a 10% price increase. And of course, when you do the increase, you want to demonstrate your value. Again, remind them of all of the things that they get when they work with you. So let's talk about what effect discounts have on your bottom line. This is always one that we want to go for. So if you sell for the widget for $100, and as we said, have a 30% profit, you're going to keep $30 and you're going to pay out $70. But if you discount it by 10% and you sell it for $90, you still have to pay $70. So now you're only making $20 in profit instead of $30. And it's hard to make that up just with selling more. So as we saw before, when you want to make $1,000 at $100, you have to sell about 33 widgets or 33 hours. But if you discount it, you have to sell 50. So those of you, especially that are working by the hour, you would have to have 50 hours of working in order to make that $1,000. So that's a 50% increase over the 33. So that is the danger of discounting. And the other thing is that even if you just discount by 10%, it doesn't mean very much anymore. Most people won't pay attention until you start discounting 20 to 40%. And that just creates a false sense of what is a real price if people know that they can always get it at 20 to 40% off. So think what that would do to your bottom line, how many more hours you would have to work if you discounted 40%. We're not going to do those numbers because I don't want you to do that. So the key to increasing your profitability, you need to offer more value than your competition. And we've talked about that in some of our other videos, and we will coming up. So they'll pay twice the price, something more, if they believe they're receiving a lot more value. Discounts will destroy your margins without necessarily increasing any sales, and you'll often get the people who really just want the discount. That's what happened with Groupon. So if you discount even just 10%, you may have to sell 50% more to break even. That's where we went from 33 hours to 50 hours. So I'd like to talk about dollar sign math in your business, or see if I have anyone in my network who could use your services. You can go ahead and schedule a short call with me, and we'll see if we can get you hooked up with some people and get your prices going up and your profit going up too. So you'll have more money to take home. So it's Cindy Morris here. Have a great week, and don't forget to do your dollar sign math.